Hello, everyone. My guest today on my Personal Prominence segment is six-figure income earner Ebony Fire. I'll be talking with her today about how she became the extraordinary entrepreneur that she is. So without further ado, I welcome her to my segment. Hi, Ebony. So glad to have you here with me today.
Ray, thanks for having me. I'm so honored to be on your show.
I'm so glad to have you on my Personal Prominence segment, and I've heard so much about you, and I've been reading up on some information about your life, and one of the very first questions I have, and please forgive me, but I have to ask this question. It's related to your name. It's related to your name, Ebony Fire Mitchell. Now, that word fire, of course, is going to bring up a lot of different images in people's minds. So was that part of your name that, your parents gave you, or did you add that in there? And if you did, why that word?
Okay, so one, I always get asked this question. No, my father actually named me when I was born. Actually, he told me that I had jet black hair and my skin was like this undertone reddish color, so he put the two together, Black Fire. And so that's why he came up with Ebony Fire.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's I was thinking Ebony and Fire. When I think of those two words together, I think of, powerful, something that doesn't go away. It's got a really strong presence. So I wanted to ask you about that. So he knew what he was doing.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that explains that. I wanted to ask you that question, which brings me to my next question. I read that you had an agency called the Fire Squad. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So the Fire Squad was started about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. I am a life insurance agent. I work for Lincoln Heritage, and I have my own agency. So pretty much what I'm trying to do is bring in people who has a life license or who don't have a life license. We can also help get you your life license. But yeah, that's my agency name, Fire Squad.
Okay, so everybody who comes in under you is part of your Fire Squad.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I like that. That's catchy. I'm sure they love that too.
Yeah.
So what was your goal? When you, first decided to, join the life insurance industry, because there's tons of different life insurance companies, and, that's something that people obviously need, and I hope everybody would have. But when you first decided to join up and start doing that, in other words, what was it that sparked your desire to become involved in that particular industry?
Okay, so a little bit about me, my background. I started at Taco Bell. That was my first job.
Okay,
as we was
shout out
up,
to Taco Bell.
I know, right? As we was growing up, my family had this insurance guy come over monthly to collect your premiums. And so they was coming over until, when you turn 23, the policy becomes in your name. So one day, one of the managers actually came out to my job to pick up my premium, and she asked me if I wanted to still be in customer service but make a lot more money. And, by then I'm like, I didn't know anything about insurance. I didn't know, growing up, people never said, hey, be an insurance guy, agents, and, they make a lot of money. So pretty much what I did was I took a leap of faith because I was tired of working at Taco Bell. I have a child, and I was just basically managing.
How long were you managing there before this opportunity came around?
Like I said, that was my first job, so I was 16, so it was 8 years. I worked at Taco Bell.
Wow. But you were you were in the manager position, though.
Yeah. Before I left, I was in a manager position.
Okay.
And I pretty much was trying to climb the ladder to Taco Bell.
And you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important, what you're saying, that you said you wanted to. It was your first job, and you kind of worked your way up to a managerial position. and you wanted to, make more money, of course, because you said you had your daughter and you wanted to be able to take care of the things that you needed to do. But that also shows something about you to be able to, stick it out there for 8 years before moving on to something else. Because it shows that you have the type of personality that you can stick to something without quitting and making sure that you have everything that you need to get to that next level. So you should also be commended for that, whether it was Taco Bell, whether it was Burger King or the local gas station. I mean, that shows a lot about a person based on what they do and what they decide to quit at. So that's great. That's great.
Thank you. Honestly, Taco Bell, it teaches you a lot about customer service. You got so many different personalities that come through, and then it's all up to you and how you handle it. So, over the years, I can honestly say that Taco Bell did teach me that structure.
Was there one situation? Different personalities, because definitely being a manager, I'm sure you ran into a whole slew of attitudes sometimes, or you knew the employees that you could rely upon, and you knew the ones that were going to call in and say, I can't make it in today. So as a manager, I know it takes a lot of strategic, effort to get everybody on board and getting along and everything. So that's great. That's great. I like hearing stories like that. So like right now, with your insurance company, with the Fire Squad, how many employees are directly linked to you or work under your umbrella?
Okay, so right now I have about 14 employees right now, and they're still growing. Still waiting on the others to get contracted.
Okay. That's a nice amount of employees. And do you guys ever get together and as friends, or are they more, it's all about your business?
No. Okay, so with this industry, it's kind of like a loner. It's just pretty much, you get your contract and you out and you sell. Well, with me, like I said, since I grew up in Taco Bell, the industry of being around people, I had to have somebody, around, and I feel like the way a person will succeed in this industry is, having meetings or ongoing training or, like at the end of the month, I will always do like a dedication to the top producer. Like we always are linked up. If somebody, I live in Cleveland, so on our winter days, if somebody don't want to go out, we can just call that person up and do a ride along. Like, we always together pretty much.
Okay.
And the ones that want to participate.
The ones that want to participate, right, I know. So that kind of leads me into my next question, because I was going to ask you, how do you cultivate leadership, with them and within yourself? I mean, what do you do to, nurture that quality in yourself? Because, you came from the manager position at Taco Bell, you went into this, and now you have these 14 employees under you.
I have
so how
the
do you
auto
cultivate
books
leadership for
and
them?
talking to my upline and, going over certain situations that I had to go over or I went over and I didn't know about or how to go about. And it just pretty much, relying on them, and then just reading books on leadership and self-discipline and a lot. I know before I came to this industry, I wasn't the best, not the best, but I didn't really read a book really, as far as then just because, it was just Taco Bell. But coming into this industry, like I read so many books, and it just, honestly, I think that's what helped me get to this position that I am in right now. And I know one of the books that I can recommend is Secrets of a Millionaire Mind.
Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind.
And it's by T. Harv Eckert. That changed the game. It's pretty much, your average mind thinker. Just change how you look at things, how you see things, how you feel about money, and go from there. Because I truly believe that the only reason why they will join my team is if they see me do it. If they see me do it, and then they will believe, if that makes sense.
Right. I mean, because you're ultimately, Ebony, you're you're a self-starter. And with self-starters, people tend to, want to emulate that. Well, what are you doing differently that I'm not doing? I want to be able to learn from you. So as a self-starter and somebody who has been, highly successful and you've done a lot, on your own and you've been doing your reading and things like that, people would like to become on board. They want to be part of that. When people see something that's great happening right in front of their eyes, they want to learn more about it too. They want to learn, well, how is that done? How did you do this? So I can say just from, listening to you and how you answer that question about cultivating, leadership, that you definitely have the right, mind frame, because everybody who's successful in anything in life actually will take the time to read a book or take the time to learn from somebody else. Take the time to learn a new way and to get in the trenches with your employees and get in there and you're part of the pack too. And people learn from, your leadership. And a strong leader understands how to also follow and listen to other people's opinions and things like that as well.
Very open-minded. I'm very open-minded.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, you're 29 years old?
Yes.
You are so successful. You're 29 years old and you are a six-figure income earner at 29. That is so awesome and commendable.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that. And,
thank you.
I was thinking about this, though. Because you talked about the book that you read, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. I'm sure people would like to, look that up and see how that might be able to benefit them. And I'm sure at another time you'll be coming out with your own book because you have a lot to tell as well. So,
right.
what factors would you say have attributed to your success, aside from reading books and learning about different things in life? What other things have influenced how successful you've been?
My upline, he was very hands-on in the beginning, telling me everything. And by me not knowing about this industry, I see millionaires or people that are millionaires and making the money through this industry. It's like, okay, you got to listen to them, no matter how crazy they sound or how uncomfortable you feel, because I had to get out of my comfort zone when it came to this. It was the only change or the only, let me see how they say it. I'm sorry. I gotta look it up, but pretty much it just changed. It's just changed. It's being uncomfortable. You can't stay comfortable. You can't feel like you made it and then you're there and you're really not, because there's so much for you to learn and understand. So pretty much it was just like everybody that was in the business that was making money, and I was just constantly on the phone with them. Hey, how you doing? What about this? How you do that? All of the above. Also dedication. Just I had to dedicate myself to waking up at a certain time, getting out the house, because again, it's nothing. This is not where you can go into a place and clock in and clock out. It's nothing like that. It's all up to you. If you want to get out the bed in the morning trying to go make money, then hey, you making money. If you choose not to, then you choose not to. So, just constantly being open-minded and accepting criticism.
Okay.
I think that's what got me to where I'm at now, and I'm still growing,
That's amazing, because I like what you said about being able to learn from other people, and you were accepting of that, and you were open to it, because if you're not open to learning from other people and you think you know everything, that's when you end up falling on your face. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who is successful has, taken other people's advice. I think people ultimately are going to do what they want to do. But someone who's, intelligent and wants to continue to grow like you have, is going to take heed to, you know, the advice of other people and what they did to become successful. And, you know, you learn along the way. And experience, of course, is the best teacher and all of that. So
it is.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people.
Industry.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. With this industry,
this experience. With the experience is losing money. Okay. So you have to learn quickly. Like, oh, no,
you not
doing that again,
right? Well, yeah, you know, and I was talking to someone not too long ago about failure and about how when you're involved in something and you fail at it, there's really no reason to be upset with yourself or anybody else, because failure is actually feedback. It's giving you feedback on what not to do and how you can grow in another direction because it didn't work out for you. You know, so a lot of successes come out of failure.
Yeah, I tell that to everybody all the time. Like, it's just like, it's not failure to me if I get up and try it again and not do the same thing that I was doing. Failure to me is I just completely just gave up and just said, forget it. It's not for me, whatever. You know, that's what I consider failure. But no, failure is part of success. Like, I take my L's and keep it moving.
Okay, keep it moving. So, I mean, think about that because you're highly successful, you're earning six figures, and a lot of people who reach a certain level of success like you have and others, they get so caught up, you know, with life and what they, you know, are doing, they become blind to everything else going on in the world around them. So how do you give back to the community? How do you maintain your balance and stay grounded with all the success that you've had?
Well, I know in January we do this thing called Homeless Stand Down. So pretty much we go and we help feed the homeless. It's a big organization that like helps feed them, help clothe them, get them haircuts, and you know everything for the kids. So every January we do that. Also, we are out in the communities like every day. You know, informing information, giving information, free information about insurance, about how they can get covered and how easy it is and how much it costs. So I honestly, I think that makes me, that's what makes me stay in the game. You know, just basically informing our people on how we can make the next generation succeed, you know, by having the insurance and giving back to their family members.
And I think that's important, what you're saying about informing people on, you know, getting insurance, because I had this conversation. I had so many conversations. So I've talked to people before about insurance and how important it is to have life insurance, because you don't know what's going to happen day to day, and you don't want your family to be struggling and stuck when you could have gotten something affordable even to pay every month and take care of everything. So what is your approach with people? Because a lot of people they don't have insurance because they either think they don't need it right now, or they're just not oblivious to getting life insurance. So how do you approach a person who just feels like they don't need anything?
Okay, so there's several ways. One, my company has commercials on TV about the Funeral Advantage program. Pretty much everybody will call into that commercial and ask for more information. Or they also have this mailer that they send out to everybody, and whoever sent it back to the company comes back to me. And then it's my job to go out to, if they don't have a phone number, it's my job to go out to their neighborhood and door knock them and set the appointment, or tell them the information right then and there. Now, while I'm in the neighborhood, I have business cards. So what I do is I don't know, I just love letting people know what I do. So I just pass on my business card and let them know that I'm a life insurance agent. And 9 times out of 10, there's always somebody that say, "Oh my gosh, I was just talking about life insurance. God sent you here. We need life insurance." So pretty much I'm always like passing out my business cards. That's like the one thing I feel that I can reach out quicker, just talking to people, you know, just just talking to people.
Right, just getting out there in the community and just talking and handing out your card. I mean, that's a way to connect.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking to them on a personal level, but they also know that you can do something to help them.
Yes. So, and that's how I get the people that don't think, because I get the people that say, oh, I was talking about it. Yeah, let me give you my name and number. Then I get the people that say, oh, I'm sick. You're not going to be able to help me. And bam, I tell them, yes, we can help you. And, there's just a smile on their faces.
Yeah, because I believe there's a lot of misconceptions, right, where people think, because they have a certain illness or something's going on with them, that they can't get insurance, but there might be some way that you can help them do that.
Exactly.
Okay. And that might be why some people just feel like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother with my insurance.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, some people might looked into other companies and got turned down and just wasn't, thinking that they're going to get turned down with our company, so they don't want nothing to do with it. But then, I talked to them a little bit more and, changed their mind.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a great thing that you're doing, because everybody needs to have some type of coverage. Things happen every day. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also read a little bit about you, that you're always looking to work with people, coachable people who are open-minded and want to learn. So in your opinion, what makes someone coachable? Can you tell right away within, the first 10 minutes if this person is going to be a good fit with your umbrella with the fire squad? How do you know someone's coachable?
Honestly, because interviewing is like whatever you want to say in an interview. Someone should get licensed, or you get in the interview. My thing is train course with you. I learned from there, because again, this is something that's not normal. We work all day. We jump in the field, and if you can't do the little things like, do the 3-day training, show up to the 3-day training or anything like that, just always have that pushback of every time I ask for something to do or for you to do, then I know that you're not open-minded.
Okay,
I can pretty much tell right off the gate, like, okay, so this is, because a lot of people get into this industry or want to get into this industry because of the freedom. And it's just like, you have to pretty much earn the freedom, like, if you came broke, a lot of people came broken. So you can't be free with no money.
Well, I think ultimately it's like what you're saying. They are attracted to the industry because of the freedom, but there's a difference between being free and being lazy. You have, in order to earn what you want to earn, you see this number you have in your mind. You can't sit on your butt and it just expect it to fall into your lap. It takes some effort on your part. So I can tell what you're saying there, because you can weed the ones who want the freedom because they're willing to work for their freedom, vice the ones who want the freedom because they just don't really want to do much.
Exactly. And it just brings me back to Taco Bell days of the people that just got paid. Everybody got paid hourly, and it was always on certain people that wasn't working, and I had to pretty much take over. So with this industry, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. It's not like we all get paid hourly or anything like that. You make your own paycheck.
So basically, people come in and they decide what they're going to be making, because it's a decision that they're going to have to make. Well, I'm not going to work today. I'm not going to do anything today. Well, they already know they're not going to make any money.
Exactly.
You have to be really self-motivated, individual to become involved with life insurance.
And it's commission plus residuals. So the residuals is what keep me in the game. I constantly get paid off the people that I still helped out throughout the years, as long as they stay on my books. So it's not like I'm just straight commission. I got to start all over again the next month. I get residuals.
Okay.
That keeps me every day. Starts from day one.
Good. That's good to hear. So from your perspective, what's the biggest? I always like to ask entrepreneurs, people who step out on faith, like you said, and do their own thing, instead of following the status quo and what people want to do, what they want you to do. So from your perspective, what's the biggest issue going on in the world today that you can see yourself helping to change?
The biggest issue, I feel like a lot of people do things that don't take responsibility. You know, like it's a lot of stuff that's going on, and a lot of people are, you know, getting hurt from it, or just, I don't know, just like you can say, nowadays you can say anything and everything behind the keyboard, and you know, you're just king or queen. But then when you're in that person's face, it's a whole different thing. You're a whole different person, you know. And just like take responsibility of your action. Like words hurt. You know what I'm saying? Most
Definitely.
people, and I feel like nowadays it's more easier for you to just say whatever you want to say through on the keyboard, you know, and
instead
then,
of doing it face to face.
Yeah. It's weird, but it's just like, wow, like, you know, if you really felt that way, like you I don't know, you're just gonna just take responsibility, because whether you was wrong or right, you know, it's just consequences of your actions. And I understand, like, when my mom and them used to always say when we was growing up, like, you know, whatever you do is going to come back to you. And there's always consequences to your actions. So I feel like nowadays people don't want to take responsibility, and they just can just go on and just do whatever they feel, and just, you know, unless if it's not benefiting them or it's not hurting them, then who cares, you know?
Right. Yeah, that is something. I mean, especially, you know, people who, you know, participate in, you know, cyberbullying and things like that. You know, they're behind a keyboard, or they create, you know, umpteen fake profiles just to, you know, harass people and do things like that. So, that's what I want to ask you. Have you lost friends because of your success? My day one girls, no, I never lost them. They're still with me as of today. Most people I feel that were my friends as far as in the industry that I try to help bring along, that didn't quite make it, yes, I lost them. Okay.
But you know, honestly, my day one friends from high school, no, we're still rocking together. You know, I feel like they are the one that keep me grounded as well, because, you know, you can go somewhere at events and, you know, get the latest fashion, the latest news or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always gonna have your girls.
So, like, so really status and, you know, a title and all those other things don't really matter when you get together with this group of ladies, because you guys are all, you know, you're there for yourself. You've been there for a while.
Yeah. We you know, try to teach each other whatever we learn in life, you know, try to help each other out in that way. I don't force nobody to force them to try to do what I do. And, you know, I like when people love what their career, what they do, and go forth with it. If anything, I try to be that positive motivator to push them through whatever situation they're in, as far as in the career that they pick. But yeah, we're still rocking. I love it.
Well, that's great. I mean, if anybody can motivate someone into believing in themselves and believing in what they're capable of doing, it would be you. I mean, you're a walking example of that, of perseverance and dedication and making a way for yourself. So I can see how your friends would, you know, look up to you in that way. And I know you're a daughter. You have a daughter. And remind me of her age again.
She's 9.
She's 9. So do you think that she's grasped the concept of just how successful you are, or do you think that she is oblivious to it? What's the message that you want her to take from all the things that you're doing?
The message, I think she kind of grasped the concept, because we went from one house to a bigger house last year. And I'm driving a Mercedes. I just got that last month. So she's starting to see it. But I'm like, letting her
mommy got some new stuff now.
Slowly but surely.
Okay.
But she, honestly, I think she looked up to me because I didn't have a babysitter. I didn't have the people to help me watch her. So she actually went to work with me, which I love about this industry. Like, she can go to work with me after school, after daycare or whatnot. And then she see how hard I work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told her, like my mom told me, life ain't free. You got to work for it, you know? And, you know, you can't just accept handouts, you know, because we're females. And I don't want her to get in that mindset that, you know, you just ask people for money or, you know, beg for money. Like, no, you can go to work, you can get or have whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it, you know, and just
right.
stay working.
And so she must be what, in like 3rd grade or 4th grade?
Yeah, she's in 3rd grade, going to 4th.
And you know, they're at a great age where, you know, they have their own mind, they're developing their own opinions, of course, but at the same time they're able to you're like, at the same time they're able to, you know, take the, you know, opinions of other people as well and kind of balance them against how they see the world. So I was just wondering that about her because, you know, having a daughter, you know, being her mother, and she's seeing the things around her and how things have changed. Like you said, you moved from one house to another house and you moved from one car to another car. And she's seeing these things happen in front of her. And so, like, in a 9-year-old's mind, she's probably imagining, well, wow, you know, my mom is doing something different, you know, to make things different for us. And that's a great message that you said you're trying to show her, that, you know, she can do anything that she wants to do as long as she puts in the effort. She doesn't have to, you know, wait for somebody to give it to her when she can take it herself.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You deserve all the accolades that everybody's giving you because you're doing so well. So how can everybody get a hold of you? What do you have that's upcoming? Do you have anything that's upcoming, and how can people reach out to you?
I do have social media. I have Facebook, and I have emails and the phone number that I can give. As far as events, I do like interviews like twice out the week. So, you know, when you guys call me, I can just schedule you on whatever day that's available for you guys. But my Facebook page, I'm the only Ebony Fire, you people probably know.
yes, but I'm going to put some information up too as well.
Okay, so it's Ebony Fire Mitchell. That's my Facebook page. Also, my number for you to call me is 216-224-5311. Again, that's 216-224-5311. And email is efire@gmail.com. And then I'm said again. That's efire@gmail.com. I also have business partners in Florida, Indiana, Virginia, and Ohio.
Okay. And what about Instagram? Are you on Instagram as well?
Oh, yes. I am on Instagram. I don't know. I got to look at my Instagram.
I'm sure Ebony and Fire might be part of that name.
Yeah, pretty much. Miss E Fire, you're right.
Okay, Miss E Fire. Okay, That's an awesome name. Because I'm sure there's going to be so many people who want to reach out to you and, you know, learn from you, especially even in your area, because you know they now know that you're selling insurance, and there's some. Like I said earlier when you were talking about getting out in the community, there's some misconceptions about being able to even, you know, acquire insurance that you could definitely, you know, dispel for them. So I want people to be able to get a hold of you and reach out and find out more about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Ebony, it has been awesome talking with you and learning all about your story and how you started out. And it's great to know that you're still, you know, broadening your horizons and you're actually touching people's lives by, you know, actually serving like as a mentor to your fire squad and having them learn from you and keep building that up. So I want to thank you so much for joining me on my Person of Prominence. interview segment today. I've really enjoyed you, and I wish you nothing but the best and more money coming to you that you can put in the bank forever and just have a ball.
Receive that.
You deserve it.
I receive all of that. Thank you so much.
You know what? I have one more question, and I know everybody wants to know this. Okay, one more question, I promise. Okay. Being 29 years old, okay, and having your own house and all this stuff, I know that there are fellas knocking down your door trying to get at you. I know it. You don't even have to tell me. I know it. How do you balance that? How do you weed out the good from the bad, and who wants to be around because of what you're doing versus who wants to actually get to know you?
Well, right now I just stay focused on my career. Like, that's how I read.
Right. Okay, that's how you weed them out.
Yeah. No, I don't have time.
Okay. And then you have the ones that you tell that I don't have time for this. No, I'm not interested. Whatever. That just keep trying even harder.
Yeah. Yep. Ignore. Just ignore even harder. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, and stick to that. Stick to what you're doing. You know when you're ready to have a relationship. You know when you're ready to do something different.
And that's
right now, your career is great.
Exactly. I told him that too. I'm like, I don't want to be selfish and just have you all in, and I'm not. So yeah, I'm not ready.
Smart woman. I know they can only respect that, you know, coming from you, you know, being straight up and honest about that. So again, I just had to ask that one question. I was itching.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so like, cause you shouted out, you know, your number and your email. So I'm like, oh, there's gonna be some people hitting her up. I know they already are.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, actually, out of the 4 years I've been here, I haven't had any crazy. Let me knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood right now. Yeah.
Stuff, right?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of it has to do with, you know, your personality, you keeping your wits about you. People understand that, you know, you're a no-nonsense, you know, kind of woman and you're about your business. They're going to approach you differently anyway.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to just approach you any kind of way anyway. So, but I think that's great what you're doing. And, you know, I want to say congratulations to you again on all your success. And we will definitely be keeping an eye out for you and all the things that you're doing now and in the future, Ebony.
Thank you. And I want to thank you for giving me this time and opportunity. I love touching elbows with different entrepreneurs as well. So I thank you very much for this time.
Yes, well, thank you, and you're welcome. And we will touch base again soon.
Okay.
Thank you, Ebony.
This concludes the interview with Miss Ebony Fire Mitchell. Please look for more information on my website at dayinthelifeofdesiree.com. Thank you.